story. About 8.5 years ago, I was called into a meeting off-site with my previous line manager and director at the time. And we were having a conversation about what my career looked like in the company I was working for at the time, and where I could go and what they were hoping to do. And at this meeting, they didn't know this, but I was 10 weeks pregnant. And halfway through the conversation, it was two men that I was having this conversation with, I had to kind of stop them halfway through and let them know that I was pregnant. I don't know, why am I getting upset? And basically the trajectory of that conversation then just completely changed. And it was kind of like, well, if you're not going to be here in 9 months' time, you know, we can't do this, we're going to have to look at different routes. Fast forward then through having, you know, multiple children, so I went on to do, but I was still with the same career, and I did keep going back and, you know, trying to push forward, and it just, the ceiling was there, they weren't going to let me do it. And they kept saying to me, you know, only if you come back full time, we need to see the commitment. And after my third baby, I decided that I wasn't going back into that environment and trained to do my CMAP. And I always say that I kind of manifested my role at the Mortgage Mum because I didn't have any other option. Like, I was like, I'm going to do my CMAP and then I'm going to work there. And interestingly, I did my final CMAP exam on the Saturday, and then on the Wednesday was the recruitment day, and luckily they said that I could join them. And I am very, very blessed with working at the Mortgage Mum because the culture there is totally mentorship and allyship, and we are total mentors and allies for each other. And I went self-employed at that point with no backbook of clients. I was just doing it alone, and I couldn't have done it. I've got two people sat there. I think that's why you're making me emotional. You're my biggest mentors and allies. You're actually sat in the room with me today. But I couldn't have done it without them, and without that just kind of support. And we celebrate each other's wins, and we also are there for each other when we need that kind of pick up, and we pick up the phones for each other constantly. And you know, we work on tricky cases, but then we also just check in to see how we're doing. And I don't think I would have been able to do that without them ladies. So yeah, that's my
making everyone else emotional. I think that's beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing.